I can see how one would be seduced by Mystra if her statue is anything to go by. Like, I'm feeling seduced at the same time as well. So I get it. I do. 100%. Can't blame Gale for this. Okay, this isn't creepy or anything. Oh, goodness.
Gale of Waterdeep.
Why are you so loud?
You look well.
As do you. But I assume we're not here solely to exchange compliments. So why am I here?
You discovered what lies at the heart of the Absolute, the crown of Karsus. And you disobeyed my instruction. Why?
Because you had no right to ask that of me. You cast me out. Remember?
You were my lover, my chosen. Yet still you know so little of me. The past cannot be undone with self-pity, nor can a future be forged. Only with the truth will you see the way ahead. The fragment of magic you tried to return to me was not of my creation. It was the Karsite Weave. It is a corrupted, half-born magic, wrought in the brief moment Karsus ascended to godhood. It hungers for power, just as he did, and it can never be sated. You unleashed something that would consume all magic in existence, and yet you thought only of preserving yourself.
So that's what you're scared of. With the crown of Karsus reforged, I could take control of the Karsite Weave.
You can no more control the Karsite Weave than a weather vane could control a storm. That it entered your body and consumed no more than your powers was a miracle. But we will not be granted another. The only reason the orb sleeps is because I have allowed it to feed on the true weave. A temporary measure, but one that will not be enough to save us. With each day that passes, the Elder Brain threatens to become a new kind of god. Its worshippers, a scourge of soulless illithids. If you will not use the orb to end this abomination, then you must find a way to separate crown and host. When you've done this, you must surrender the crown of Karsus to me.
A great ask indeed. You've given me much to think on, as you always did.
So be it. Follow the needle of your own wisdom. We shall see how truly it leads you.
How powerful she would be if she got her hands on that too, on top of it all. That's kind of terrifying. Do you want to talk about it?
Back on mortal soil once more. I can't believe I saw it. After all this time.
I'm not surprised. Felt her power overwhelming. How do you feel now that you've done it, now that you've talked to her?
Relieved. Drained. Proud of myself for summoning the courage to go to her in the first place. And, if I'm being totally honest, a bit lightheaded.
Understandable.
As if it wasn't enough to have seen her again. She didn't exactly summon me there for small talk. The Karsite Weave. Within me this whole time. I knew the orb was no ordinary ball of magic before it to be Karsus's malignant creation. Gods! How did I not see that?
It's not your fault. It's all too easy to miss things when we're blinded by desire because you acted like an Lily, it's all too easy to miss things when we're blinded by desire.
True enough. There's a reason such unwitting heroes have been the backbone of lyric and legend for as long as both have existed. Even so, I was hardly some naive apprentice at the time. I considered myself an archmage, and yet was fool enough to be mistaken for a common conjurer. At least now I'm armed with the truth, and Mistra's expectations. It sounds like the door to redemption is open at last. All I have to do is walk through it. carrying the crown of Karsus.
Then we need to take this chance. You deserve to be cured. Is that what you... Oh, I'm gonna quick save here. I don't... No, I don't want godhood for Gale. When you put it like that, it sounds rather easy. Is this what you want?
Perhaps. I see few other options open to me. If I ever want to reclaim those parts of myself the orb snatched away. If I ever want to be me again.
We're gonna cure you. I promise. You're a great man with or without the orb. A better incarnate. I hope not the impulse. No. Okay, he doesn't need to be called an impulsive wreck right now. Like that's we don't need that. And what will you do? You're a great man with or without the orb.
I'll have to disagree with you there. Having not one but two parasitic entities within your body does very little for one's faith in one's personality. Still, I should take the compliment with the same generosity it was given, so... Thank you.
You're welcome.
If I could promise you one thing in return for your faith in me, it's this. I will use everything in my power to ensure we defeat this evil. I will not let you down. Now, I believe we've a date with an Elder Brain to get to. Shall we?
We shall. Can we not call it a date with an Elder Brain, though? That makes me weirded out a bit because I really don't want... Okay, so now if we return to our journal, Gale met with Mister. She told him of the true nature. Okay, so now I'm guessing Gale is set until endgame. Fantastic. Love this for us. So let's, without becoming a mind flare. So I think we're gonna go sleep. And then after that, I want to do Shadowheart's personal story. But I want to see what's next for everybody. Oh, does Gale have anything more to talk about? Girl, why are you going that way?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay, nothing. I just wanted to double check that there wasn't anything, that we needed to worry about as far as, like, extra dialogue.
On everything.
Girl, I'm asking you to go to bed. You don't have to put... Oh, there's still jam. There's still jam. There's still fresh blood We should clean this up. Yenna's a child. She shouldn't have to see that. Okay. Let's restore hit points and all of that. Full rest, please.
I should probably start getting used to the shadows again. Who knows how long I have left in the sun?
Oh, is this Astarion's end romance scene? Like the... Oh, yes. I'm so excited. Don't say that. We could still find a way to control the tadpole. No. You did the right thing stopping the black mass.
I know. Doesn't mean it stings any less.
I know.
Maybe never seeing the sun again is just the price of freedom.
I'll be with you either way. You know that, right?
I think I do. Assuming we survive, of course, because a horrible death is always just around the corner with you.
Hey! Hey!
Something I'd like to show you, if that's all right.
Yeah.
Something out in the city.
Of course. Yeah, lead the way.
This way. It's not far.
The graveyard is appropriately silent. There isn't a proverbial soul around.
Oh no. Are we here to piss on somebody's grave, Astarion? I have to know.
The enthusiasm is appreciated, but hopefully not.
I like it how he knows Lily's just that ride or die. Like, if you want to do that, I'm here.
Nearly 200 years. And I never came back. Not since the night I woke up down there. I had to punch a hole in the coffin and claw my way through 6 feet of dirt. Then when I finally broke the surface, retching up dirt and congealed blood, Cazador was waiting. From that day on, I was his. Until today.
You were never his. Okay, I'm actually... Like, I like this line, you were never his, whatever he had, he took by force. And, like, that is true. But at the same time, I don't think Astarion ever felt that way. So I think this is a better one. How does it feel to be free?
Exhilarating. Terrifying. Exhausting. For nearly 2 centuries, I stalked the streets like a ghost. Well, the person I was lay here. Dead and buried. Now I need to figure out who I am. What I want.
You're the person I love, the person I want, so... Oh, no. Hold on. I like this line. I want to know what he wants, though. Like, it's all well and good for Lily to mention what she wants, but he's finally got freedom, so I'm curious.
You. I want. You.
Oh.
You were by my side through
so...
all of this. Through bloodlust and pain and misery. You were patient. You cared. You trusted me when that was an objectively stupid thing to do. I feel safe with you. Seen. And whatever the future holds for me, I don't want to lose that.
You won't. Oh. You won't. Whatever comes next, I've got you.
Thank you.
Stop it. They're so cute.
Well, I should probably fix this.
Lily's like, why do we have a dagger? Stop. That animation was hot. Stop. I'm not going to lie. The animation was hot. It works for him. I wish he was in his camp jammies right now, though, because if we got bicep Astarion throughout this, that would have been like the icing on the cake for me. Hold on. I want to do this, but I want to... So... What do you... I want... you were by my side. The blah blah is so sweet. That... I just wanted to quickly... Like that... Stop, Larian. Hold it back, give him a... No. Lily, just put a flower on his grave. Because I think that would be sweet. Or is it creepy? It's sweet. We're going to go with sweet. It's very Lily.
Cute.
I think he'd come to expect that from his dorky girlfriend, you know?
I've been dead in the ground for long enough. It's time to try living again.
What a good line.
With everything that life has to offer.
What a good line. Meaning? What are you insinuating?
If a night of passion is an offer, I could be persuaded.
Nope, it sounds good to us. Trust me. 100% sounds good to us.
You know, I didn't care for you when we first met.
You don't admit
But I
that
do
now.
Being with you is about more than lust or manipulating you into a tactical alliance. I love you. I love this. And I want it all.
His animations right there were just so good and so heartfelt. Oh my goodness, I love them so much. I love these two dorks. They're so cute. Right on top of his grave, huh? You know what? I accept this. I think it fits them so perfectly. was so sweet. They're in love. They're gonna be together forever. I hope. They better be. Those two dorks, they're just so happy. Hold on. Follow-up conversation time. I refuse to not have a follow-up conversation to this. Can we talk now?
It feels ridiculous to still be thinking about
Oh,
Cazador.
what is this?
He's gone. I'm here. I won.
You did win.
But I still keep reliving everything that happened. Playing it over and over in my mind.
And? How does it feel?
Invigorating. Terrifying. All of the above. I'm still trying to understand it, really. I came so close to losing everything back there. To losing myself. Back at the ritual, all I could see was the power on offer and the safety it promised. I was so blinded by it. Just as Cazador was. But you saw something in me. Someone else I could be. Someone who could break the cycle of power and terror that started centuries ago. You saved me back there. I may not have appreciated it at the time, but I do now. Thank you.
I kind of wish we had this scene and then his romance scene, because I feel like the romance scene would be like, I love this. I think that this conversation is freaking everything. This conversation, well, as much as I loved the romance scene, I like this conversation right here it hits freaking hard. I don't think it's talked about enough, but I kind of wish we got this first, then romance scene, because I think the romance scene would not mean more, but you know what I mean? Like, this almost feels a little out of order, because he's just like, he's still thinking about Cazador, but in the romance scene, it almost implied he had started to like not move on, because I don't think you move on from this, but you know what I mean? Like, work through it. But I think it's so interesting how, like, you go through his whole storyline and like the way it breaks down, and how he's like, I came so close. Now he's like, I came so close to losing everything, to losing myself. And like the whole time we've been playing this game, he's been teetering on the edge of ascended vampire and just free of Cazador. And I really like the way that this outcome, he's admitting it, right? He's admitting all you could see was the power on offer, on the safety that he thought he saw in the power. Because it's so easy, like, given the situation he was in, and pretty much all of your companions, and even you were in, to see power as safety, but power doesn't necessarily mean safety, because power comes with its own set of shackles, of its own set of, you know, the more powerful you get, the more of a target you are in a lot of ways. So he was blinded by that, by the thought of more power equals safety, because all he ever saw was Cazador, who was untouchable with all this power. And I like it that he's admitting that because of us, because of Lily, because Lily saw something else in him, saw the caring side of him. And I think you do see glimpses of that. Like, this doesn't feel out of character, because like, what comes to mind is in Act 2, I think it was, when Gale first learns of like Mystra wanting him to basically like explode to save everything, and Astarian's like, you know, be waste of a perfectly good, I forget exactly what he says, but then he goes, and a perfectly good Gale too, I suppose. Or the way he doesn't hate Yenna staying in camp and stuff like that. The way that you see these like little tiny moments, and like, I know there have been more like teeny tiny comments, but this game is so long, I don't have them all like on the top of my head. But like the way that you see that in his character as time goes on, and how he has like little glimpses of that. So like, you see him breaking through, you see who Astarian really is, and then you have this option to help him like kind of fully realize it. And I really like that, and I think that the fact that they like left you little breadcrumbs for that make this moment so much better in that regard. Like, for me at least personally. And yeah, And I also like it how he admits he might not have appreciated it back in Cazador's palace that you saved him. Like that takes a lot to admit. Like that's Astarion coming such full circle. Let's save. I don't know which one I want. The ritual would have changed you. I'm glad you resisted it. I kind of want to try this, but I feel like this is the we're gonna go with this, but then I might reload for this one.
So am I. Fun as all that power would have been, this feels more me.
I like that.
When I look at my future, anything and everything feels possible now. And I get to share it with you as a partner. An equal. You saved me from myself. And let me walk a new path where I can be free. Truly, honestly free. This is a gift, you know. Thank you. I won't forget it.
I love this mirror though, because remember in Act 1 when you read his back for him and you draw the what's written on his back for him, remember he turned around like as he was walking away from you and he was like, this is a gift. I won't forget it kind of thing. And like originally, like, so it's like every time you give him a small piece of freedom that he can hold on to and run with, like he had never known what the runes were on his back, so he never had anything to go off of, and you gave that to him. And so he was able to take that and run. And if you hadn't done that, he might not have been able to do what he did. You know what I mean? Like, I love the just how that all fits together so well. And
back at the ritual,
we did this.
You saved me back
so
there.
You saved yourself. I just gave you a push.
You did more than that. You believed in me. Believed I was enough. Just the way I am.
I love this line more.
When I look at my future, anything and everything feels possible now.
Because it is.
And I get to share it with you as a partner. An equal. You saved me from myself. And let me walk a new path where I can be free. Truly, honestly free. This is a gift, you know. Thank you. I won't forget it.
It's that part where he said he can be truly and honestly free and that he won't forget it that I love so much. It hits home that if he had taken the deal, if he had gotten the unlimited power and ascended, he as in right now doesn't think he would have actually been free. Like that's what that implies. He's realizing that the freedom comes in and not being that, because with power comes being a target. You now start to amass more and more and more. There is, but there isn't. It's a different kind of entity altogether. And here, he just gets to be Astarion. He just gets to see what happens next as, you know, whoever he wants to be, not with all this power or anything or all the responsibility that comes with it. And there's a freedom in that. And I like that for him a lot. And it kind of keeps, I think I mentioned this towards the end of middle of Act 2, where it seems like freedom and what is freedom, and depending on who you are and everything like that, things kind of twist and blur and all that. And like, it feels like this game is still playing with that motif, and I really, really like that. And I like that we're seeing it now in various forms again. And I like how you're getting this tie-in throughout the entirety of the game. That's, I think, to me, what makes really good writing is when, especially in a game this long, when you have these almost very quiet, subtle plot points that just kind of keep going and they keep weaving their way around the story. And depending on your character, depending on who you are, depending on how you want Astarion's story to turn out, depending on how you want Gale's story to turn out, or Karlach's or anybody's, it weaves a different way. And that's really beautiful, actually.
So, Gale's hedging his bets with Mystra? I can't say I blame him.
Oh, I missed your one line.
Who wants a hold of power like the crown of Karsus in their hands just to hand it to someone else?
And he still...
I know what my decision would be, but we're all different, of course.
He's still my power hungriest star. Like oh my gosh, that's so good. He's still like, if I can get some power, I'm gonna. Like, I'm not gonna hand this over. And I love that, like, that hasn't changed. That is just him. He just didn't sacrifice 7,000 lives to make it happen, kind of thing. Can we talk about the two of us?
Well, now's as good a time as any.
What are we to you?
Nothing special, of course. You're only the first person who I truly care for.
He almost sounds so shy about that. Hey, Astarion.
I hope there's nothing troubling you, my dear.
Oh, I love these new lines. No.
Well, now's as
Is
good
there
a time as any.
anything- Okay, so that one doesn't rotate, at least yet.
Yes, love.
Can we talk about it?
Well, now's as good a time as any.
I promise I'll keep you safe always. You'll never need the powers of the Ascendant.
It would be nice not to have to rely on you as my great protector. But, well, I do appreciate the thought.
Can I have a smooch?
How could I say no?
You cannot. She's too cute, too. They're so cute. I'm so happy for them.
You are perfect. Every time.
I love them. I'm so happy for them. I love these two idiots. I'm so happy they're in love.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay, nothing there. Karlak, Mama K.
Wow. So that was Mistra.
Yes.
Pretty spectacular stuff. But I think Gale was right not to agree to do her bidding, no questions asked. I respect the gods, but they don't always understand what they're asking of us. Maybe immortality makes it hard to know what it's like to be one of us piggies.
Ooh,
Proud of
Mama
Gale,
K.
though. It takes some man to hold his own in front of the divine.
Mama K. I love this. Yes. That's my Mama K. She's proud of him. Oh no, Mizora? I'm afraid.
Come for a chat?
I like it how Will just pops over. You never told me how the Absolute captured you.
Correct. I didn't.
Are you going to?
If you must know, I was scouting the cultists on behalf of Zariel. But those cursed shadows
I
were
should say
thick enough to
absolutists.
fell even a half-fiend. I woke in that damned pod. It kept my body sealed and my most powerful magic silenced. But a brave, kind, benevolent soul set me free.
You ordered us to.
Gallantry isn't dead, after all.
Like, I like how Lily's like looking off confused, like, it wasn't me being kind and benevolent. Like, literally, you came and you ordered us to. Oh, Mizora. Never change. Never, ever, ever change.